So this is the summer camp where we stayed called Camp Eduardo Roig. Since the hurricane, it hasn't been used as a camp for kids, but as a disaster relief village for Presbyterian disaster assistance and Lutheran disaster assistance. You can see there those last pictures are of their old chapel they had on the top of a hill, and it was completely destroyed by the hurricane, and their new chapel down in the field below the dorms where we stayed. So this is Carmen's house from the street. She lived in this tiny little crowded neighborhood. And then there you can see the street from Carmen's roof. Carmen is an 86-year-old great grandmother who has lived in Puerto Rico her entire life. Um, her back When we got to her house, she met us at the door with coffee and hot chocolate and just wanted to talk for hours about her family, about her house, about what she'd seen. It was really cool to get to talk to her and try to understand, at least for the most part, what she was saying. In Carmen's house, we were scraping and repainting a ceiling in her bedroom that had water damage from when the hurricane ripped the entire second story off of her house and she didn't get a new roof right away. So on Tuesday, we went to Tatiana's house, and her roof was so rusted through and damaged by the hurricane that she had um, frames with tarps covering the majority of her roof so that it didn't leak. In about 2.5 days, we completely took off the old roof and replaced it with a new corrugated metal roof, complete with new flashing, which is what you see there, and fix the leak that she had at the seam between the main part of the roof and the back part. One afternoon we were there, and Gabriella, who's under the custody of Tatiana's sister, came to visit Tatiana after school. So Julie and I played with her for about an hour. So Maria's house was the last one that we worked on, and since the hurricane hit, she hasn't had a roof, and her rafters have been covered by only a tarp. Unfortunately, the tarp that she had for about the 14 months since the hurricane had a massive rip down the middle of it, so we came over and retarped the roof since the program that we were working for didn't have the money to be able to replace the entire roof for her. Hopefully, she'll be getting a roof in about 3 months. So we spent some time in Old San Juan on the weekends when we weren't working, and I think the thing that really struck me after seeing the touristy part of the island compared to just outside the city is the difference between what's been repaired, what's been taken care of, and sort of the disposable money available to repair the tourist attractions. And something else that really fascinated me was the amount of like political propaganda that we saw around the city. And it wasn't necessarily graffiti, like it wasn't just tags, but these sort of murals that really showed the sentiment of the people living on the island towards the American government and what they've done for the island in the wake of the hurricane. And what they've done is not a lot. So there's a lot of fun insults, like politicians are sweet potatoes, and um, I saw several places where Puerto Rico was referred to as the oldest colony.